Leaving university, I never thought that I'd end up being self-employed. I had this basic plan that I'd go out into the world, find someone who's hiring, get a job with them. I'd say the Wildlife Trust or Bushcraft Company or something like that. Then I'd move up a bit in the company a bit, work hard, earn a steady income every month, get a paycheck, clock in, clock out, do the job, learn where I can, and build my life based on that. Well, it didn't quite end up like that. Things, for a while, I was doing self-employed work on the side as a little bit extra to earn enough of an income. But I was always out there looking for that job. But if you've ever looked for jobs in the outdoor sector, you'll find that there usually aren't that many. There aren't that many organizations, and generally because people love their job when they work in it. Something like a Wildlife Trust doesn't tend to have very high turnover. So new jobs are pretty rare, and when they do go out on a recruitment, you're going to be competing with a few people. So after a couple of years doing a bit of freelance work, self-employed, working part-time in a shop just to keep the lights on, I finally decided that, well, if no one was going to offer me a job, then I may as well design one, make my own job. And I mean, it's only recently that the last 2 years that I've really shaken off the idea that somewhere out there someone's going to look up and go, you know what I need? I need a Bracken on my staff, and hire me. Which, yeah. So I guess at this point I'm resigned to my fate and actually quite enjoying it. So being self-employed is difficult. There's no two ways about it. There are trade-offs with we had, and it's different from being employed. It's an understatement. But there are positives and negatives to both. I get to set my own hours as self-employed. I decide pretty much when and where I work. In fact, even if I go and be employed part-time, the fact that I can walk away at any point does give me quite a bit of bargaining power about the hours that I work. So I can design the hours I work around my job and family, and I can take a holiday whenever I want. I've just got to realise that I won't be earning any income at that point. And that's one of the bigger drawbacks, is your income will likely go up and down. And often it'll be more down than up. I mean, it's a very seasonal thing as well. There's some things that will earn you steady income. But there's others where you get a whole lot of people on one course, a whole lot fewer people on another course. Some courses will earn you more income with the amount of work you put in. Some will earn less. It's up and down. And that's tough. And a lot of people look at self-employed lifestyle and think, well, can't really deal with that lack of security. And in a way they're right, but in a way they're also wrong. There is no security out there. That's a fact. There is no security in life. Security of income is hard to provide as a self-employed person. As in, you can't guarantee that you'll earn the same amount, as I've just said. But you can, in many ways, guarantee that you're earning some income. So at the moment, I have 5 to 6 different income streams coming in. There's different organizations and different groups of people that pay me to do work. Any one of those could go under, and I'd still have 4 to 5 income streams. If I work full-time for one organization, that organization has problems, suddenly my income goes from steady to 0. Whereas if you have 40 customers that pay you for whatever service, you'd have to do something pretty terrible to lose all of them in one go. Generally, if times are tough, they'll drop down slowly, but you get chances and opportunities to change and shift and deal with the reduction in income. So in a way, there's a whole lot of security there. It's a different sort of mindset. And same way, as an employee, you turn up, you do some work, you get paid. Generally, there are some loose targets to meet, but in most cases, exceeding those targets doesn't actually get you any more money. And as I found in most workplaces, doing more work gets you nothing at all. Might get you a bit more job security, but that's not a given. And there's a whole lot less incentive to work hard. As a self-employed person, you need quite a bit of discipline and self-motivation. You need to be able to be comfortable being your own boss. And I'm a terrible boss, for me. So I know exactly when I'm slacking off. And I'm tough on myself. So you've got to be okay with that. But your income as a self-employed person is almost directly related to the amount of work you put in. The more work you put in, the more courses you put on, the more value you provide, the more you'll earn. It's simple as that. So that motivation, once you get it, you can make big things happen. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that you can earn whatever income you want. You just need to do the work. Compare that to the motivation being in a job. Most entry-level jobs, like I do a lot of retail work still. I still do some pieces all over the place. And there are always people there that are just getting by. They do the bare minimum. And basically they show up, I'm not going to say on time, they show up, they do some work, so it makes them look like they're busy, and then they clock out at the end of the day. I have higher standards in most cases. I work hard, I push myself, I try and get as much work done and provide as much value as I can to my employer. Yet, I get paid exactly the same amount. Now what does that do to your motivation? When you're around people that are constantly slacking off, or just not giving their full effort, and you putting your full effort gets you no great rewards. It's one of the big problems with not having performance-related pay in a workplace. You are going to have everyone trend towards the bottom, because not only will working harder not get you rewarded, in many cases people around you will try and drag you down, because you make them look bad. Self-employed, don't have to deal with any of that. What I have to deal with is motivating one person, me, and getting the work done. It's a different mindset. You have to be okay with the ups and downs. You have to be motivated. If anything goes wrong, it's down to you to solve it. If you're not earning enough, it's your problem. And that's tough. But you get to work the hours you want to work. You get to, in most cases, do the work you want to do. And you do get, I think, a little bit more security. Once you've got things set up and running, I know it's tough, but I'd rather have 20 people giving me money than just one. So where are you at in the journey? What are you employed at the moment? Self-employed? Looking to be self-employed? Half and half? Where are you with things and how are you finding it? Love to hear your thoughts. See you next time. Make the most of every day.